Hello and welcome to another Blender bite-sized video. In this one I'm going to show you how to create distortion effects within glass in Blender 4. I'll be using Blender 4.2, Windows 11, NVIDIA graphics card, Cycles render engine and a custom startup file for which I have a separate video for if you'd like to watch that. Just before I continue with the tutorial, let me remind you that you can grab this material and hundreds more on my Gumroad store, blenderbitesize.gumroad.com. Right, let's make a start. Here's my scene. I have my room, lights, camera and objects already selected in the scene or already placed in the scene. I've got some animation on it, but I won't be showing you that in this particular video. Just wanted to show you that I had it there, and that this can be used with animation if you want it to. I'm going over to the shading tab and I'm going to enable display render preview. I'm using the Cycles render engine and I've already got the material applied to some of the other objects so you can see how this goes along as we're working on it. I'm going to start by selecting the sphere and then starting a new object, or new material, sorry, and that will apply a principled BSDF shader. I'm going to make a couple of changes to that, and then obviously we've got the extra nodes to go with it. I'm going to increase the transmission, so that's the translucency or see-throughness, to 1 and the roughness to 0. And that gives us a very basic glass effect with lensing, but we want to add some color refraction as well. So I'm going to start by dragging out a connector from the base color and searching for and applying a color ramp with the color connector. Then from that, working backwards, I am going to search for a white noise node using the value output. And then I'm going to search for a layer weight node using the facing output. Next, from the index of refraction connector, I'm going to search for and apply a map range node. And then totally separately, I'm going to press Shift A, search for and apply a glass BSDF node. Then I'm going to hold down the Shift key and right click and drag across the two to get a mix shader, but you can of course search for that separately if you want to. And then from the factor connector, I'm going to drag a connector and search for a light path node. I'm going to use the transmission depth from that for the factor though, so I'll just change that, and you can already see there that's made a big change. Let's make a start with the color ramp. So I'm going to add 4 more stops. Then I'm going to distribute those evenly across. And the one that's last from the end, I'm going to change the position to 0.7. That first color needs to be red. The second one, yellow. So you can see how I'm creating that here. Basically being a bit lazy. Third one is going to be green. Fourth is going to be like a turquoise colour. So I'll be even more lazy and just drag my cursor, click and drag across the colour wheel there. And then just a slight adjustment. The next one is going to be like a navy blue or a royal blue. Something around that region. And the final one will be black. We're going to connect the map range to the index of refraction on the glass as well, so it's given us the same on both the principled and the glass shaders. And then we're going to connect the value from the white noise texture into the value of the map range. And then in the final two boxes, we're going to go for 1.4 and 1.6. Might change that actually. Going to change the interpolation mode on the color ramp to constant, and you can already see there's some color aberrations going on within the glass there. On the glass shader, I'm just making sure that's white. That controls the overall color of the glass, so if you ever want to change that, you would go there. And I'm going to bring that last value on the map range node down to 1.5. I'm going to make sure I name it so I know what it is when I come back to it or need to append it in another project. And then I'm going to apply that same material to the monkey head that's in the center of that sphere as well. And you can see there we've got a really cool lensing effect with some color aberrations as well. Now, as I mentioned, you can control the color of the glass here using this color in the glass node. So you can see there, as things come towards the front, they're almost lifelike, but as they're towards the back, you get that very distorted lensing effect. And this does work on other shapes as well, so I'd encourage you to play. The only thing I would mention is you get some very weird results if you have a flat surface that's face on to the camera. So try and avoid that if you can. If you use it with flat objects, like I say, or flat faces, then you do get a really cool effect as well. As you can see there. So let me just undo all of that. Back to the smooth surface. And then I'll render it out. Now this took around 20 seconds in total, I think. Maybe right. Oh, actually 15 seconds. Which for glass and transparent materials is not bad at all. Obviously I am using denoising and a denoising node in the compositor. So let me quickly show you that. So I've got the noisy image going into the denoise node. And I have the denoising enabled in the render settings. And here's the rest of the render settings that I have. Which help me save time on rendering out individual frames. Feel free to pause the video if you need to make a note or try and emulate this or copy it as you need. Anyway, that's it for this one. So here's the fully animated version of that, and you can see how that's come out. I think it's pretty cool, don't you? Anyway, any thoughts, comments or whatever, put them in the usual place below the video. Of course, I'd love it if you would give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for future content. In the meantime, thank you for watching.